Mike, St. Petersburg, 1,000 kilometers from the front line, and last night the city told people to stay inside. Don't go out. First time they've said that in the entire war.
St. Petersburg? That's not the front, that's Putin's backyard.
Putin's backyard, during Putin's big party, his economic forum, the Davos knockoff, last day of it. The drones showed up for the closing ceremony.
Of course they did. How many are we talking?
More than 140. And that's just the ones they say they shot down, over the region around the city.
140 over St. Petersburg. Okay, Sarah, that's new. That doesn't usually...
And that's only the local number. Moscow's own defense ministry put the nationwide count that night north of 300.
Okay, but hold on. 140 drones. That's a swarm. Are these the little FPV things, or...?
Long range. These covered 1,000 kilometers. Zelensky says they went for the Navy's arsenals, a base at Kronstadt.
Kronstadt? That's the Baltic Fleet. That's like the front door of the Russian Navy.
Right. Plus an oil depot down south. 500 more kilometers away. Same night. Ukraine's got a name for these. They call them long-range sanctions.
Long-range sanctions. Sure. That's a real diplomatic way to put a drone through a fuel tank. Okay, here's my thing, though.
Go.
Drones like this, they're cheap. Couple $1,000, maybe less. And Russia's burning way more than that trying to knock them down. The math is upside down.
Which is exactly why it keeps happening. The BBC got one of the Ukrainian commanders on the record, guy named Karas, 413th Regiment. You want to hear what he said?
Tell me.
We fly in Russia like it's our own territory. Almost no resistance, he says. Not hard to reach a target.
Like it's our own territory. Man, 4 years ago you say that out loud and people laugh you out of the room.
And here's the part that actually gets me. The timing.
What timing?
Couple days before all this, Zelensky sends Putin an open letter. Public. Basically, let's meet face to face, let's end the thing.
And let me guess, Putin said...
No. And not a polite no. I see no sense in meeting him. Said it right from the forum stage.
No sense. Cool. Cool.
His line is, a ceasefire just lets Ukraine regroup. So he stops when Russia's goals are met. Ukraine hands over 4 regions and drops the NATO bid.
See, and this is where I get off the train a little.
Off.
Everybody's reading this as Ukraine winning the deep war. The 140 drones, Kronstadt, all of it. But the guy just said no to his face and didn't blink. Reach isn't leverage, Sarah.
See, but that's where I push back. Reach isn't nothing. Look what it's doing to their supply lines.
Meaning what, exactly?
Occupied Luhansk, the part Russia swears it fully controls. The drones are hitting the supply routes so hard, the Russian-installed officials suspended the coach lines.
Wait, the buses? Public transit?
Coaches, commuter trains, even moving groups of kids, for security reasons. And one analyst told the BBC, 200-plus trucks, 30-some fuel tankers, just since the start of May.
Okay. That's the part that actually matters to me. That's not a fireworks show, Sarah. That's a supply problem.
Right? That's that asymmetry you were going on about. Except it lands on the ground.
Okay. You might be right about that one. But, me still being a pain, supply problems grind. They don't end a war by Sunday. And Putin's still holding 4 regions and the clock.
And Russia's not just absorbing it. They're still hitting Ukrainian cities, apartment blocks, every week. It cuts both ways.
Yeah, both directions.
Which is why the London trip today actually matters. Zelensky basically said, I can't sit around waiting for Washington to look this way.
Because Washington's on Iran right now.
Iran. Trump's been playing mediator, but that's where his head is. The U.S. barely sent anyone to Putin's forum. First delegation in years, and a quiet one.
So Zelensky goes to the people who'll pick up the phone. Starmer, Macron, Merz.
So here's where it lands for me. Ukraine can reach 1,000 kilometers in, choke a supply line in occupied territory. That's real. That's new. It's not going back in the box. And Putin can still say, no sense, and mean it.
Two things that are both true and don't add up to peace.
Right. And today, London's trying to turn the reach into pressure. 'Cause the drones sure didn't do it.
Yeah. We'll see if a room in London moves what 140 drones couldn't.
That's the one to watch. Thanks for hanging out. If this was worth your time, pass it to someone who's been following the war. We'll catch you on the next one.